The next topic which we are going to study is the functions of social institutions. The functions of the social institution, there are so many, but on the broad level, they have been categorized into two types of functions. The first kind of function are known as the manifest functions. Manifest functions are those functions of social institutions which are their primary functions, which are the functions for which the social institutions have been created or made or have been in existence in the society. They are also known as the intended or the main functions of the social institutions. The other kind of functions, or the second category of functions of social institutions, are known as the latent functions. So, the latent functions are not the primary functions, are not the main functions of the social institutions, but they are the unintended functions for which they have not been made, but ultimately the social institutions are being able to perform the unintended functions as well, or we can also say that they are the byproducts of the primary functions of the social institutions. Now, for example, the various social institutions, such as we can say the education, the social institutions, that is education, the main function or the manifest function of education is the development of literacy, the preparing of the students or training the students for occupational roles, and the inculcation of social values among the members of the society. Now, these are the main functions of education, but the byproducts or the unintended functions of education are to keep the youth off the labor market, or we can say weakening the control of the parents, as we can see, and also the development of friendship. So education, though, is has been made for some primary functions, but unintentionally it's also performing some other functions as well, which might be negative or which might be positive for the society. Similarly, religion, which is other social institution, its main functions are to promote or develop the worship of God, or to impart instruction in religious ideology. But the unintended functions or the latent functions which it has performed are to develop or promote among the people attachment to one's religious ideology, or altering the family life of a person because of being belonging to a particular religion which is governed by the norms associated with religion, or to create religious hatred, which we can see in the form of communal violence or communal riots. In the same way, other example of social institution and its functions are the economic institution. Its manifest function is to produce and distribute the goods, but the unintended functions which it has performed is to promote urbanization. More and more cities have come up after the establishment of economic institutions, the factories or the industry, which has increased the migration from the rural areas to the urban areas, ultimately leading to the process of urbanization. Then it also led to the growth of trade unions or the labor unions, which might be good for the labor or which might be detrimental for the interest of economic institutions. as it might lead to strikes and layoffs and etc. Or we can say it has also redirected the education system so as to prepare the education system in such a way so that it might prepare the students for technical work, or it might prepare the student for software work. So in this way, uh, the institutions have been made for certain functions, but they have also performed functions which are known as latent functions, which are the byproducts of these primary functions. And these latent functions, we can say, might support the intended objectives or might also damage the norms of the institution.